You want to do the intro?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you prefer Coach Paul Ybarra, or do you prefer just Coach Paul? Or
Just don't call me late for dinner.
okay.
That's
cool.
all I'm asking.
All right. You got it.
Cool.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Greeley Business Spotlight. We're so glad you're here and very, very excited to kick off episode 2 here. Co-host, main host, Paul, Coach Paul.
What's up?
So glad you guys are here. Today on this episode 2, we're going to be going over the pursuit. And the pursuit is going to be covering the business after the passion lights the flame. The pursuit is going to be what keeps it going, what keeps it real. You know, you're having some curveballs thrown at you, and you're, instead of just crumbling, how you're going to pursue through that. So for you and your coaching, when it started to get real and some curveballs started to get thrown at you, how did you decide, like, I'm going to pursue this, I'm going to push through, and what kept you going?
Colorado, to be honest.
Okay.
When we moved from Dallas, Texas to Colorado, I was being coached to learn how to coach as far as the business side of
Yeah.
it. And so when we moved to Colorado, I didn't have a job. My business wasn't even taking off yet.
Okay.
My online space was good, but they didn't really realize me as a business owner yet. This is during COVID. That 5 weeks in an Airbnb, I had to learn how to sit still.
Yeah.
I had to learn how to listen. I had to learn how to get through my frustration. And when it got real was that process in that of, and this isn't me being a male chauvinistic pig, but as a man, it's like, I don't have any money coming in.
I need to provide.
I need to provide.
Right.
And my wife, which is thebomb.com, shout out to my wife, Hollie, Ybarra.
The best.
With the job she had, it was one of the most best jobs she's ever had. The amount of money that was coming in, we're both like, whoa, like, how did that happen? Well, obviously,
I was going to say, and tell me that wasn't in the plan.
Exactly. And so I had to work through that process of being real with myself, being real with God, praying, doing the ugly cry, like, I just want to provide, blah, blah, blah. And when it got real is when the Lord started to show me, you think Hollie's your provider? I'm the source. She's the resource. So you just don't worry about that, because it's not like I was sitting back drinking beers, eating bonbons, watching soap operas.
Right.
I'm building something, and I'm like, I just have to prove that I'm doing something when my wife didn't even need the proof. She already knew who I was.
You weren't trying to prove it to her anyway. You were trying to prove it to you.
I was trying to prove it to me. And so that's when it got real. And then to hear Hollie say, just do what God's telling you to do. Like, don't worry about all this. So I had to get my machismo, Mexican, Hispanic attitude and behavior to a place of, all right, Lord, cool. And when it really got real was about 2 years in. I was just kind of spinning my wheels, and I had a conversation, and I'm like, okay, so your word says this. Your word says to lean on you. Your word says that you will provide. I'm done worrying about it.
Yeah.
And that's when it got real for me. And that's where I started to learn that commitment replaces emotion. Because the emotional side of it is like, I just want to. I just need to. Now it's, I'm going to flow in what you've called me to do, and that's it, period.
Right.
So it's like podcasting. I do it with the least amount of effort.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll fall into place.
It'll all fall into place. So for me, that's when it got real for me. How about you?
That's really good. When the business portion of what I'm building got really real for me was probably my first baking situation on a holiday. And just, there was several points where, number one, I needed to hire help, but I didn't know that, right? I didn't know the demand was going to be what it was for holidays. I just figured,
I got this.
I'm flowing good. I've got this. And then 4:00 pickup time came, and I don't even have anything boxed up. I don't have anything packaged. I don't have anything labeled. And I've got 4 customers at the door waiting for their holiday orders to go off and celebrate their their Christmas at the time, Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And I remember just thinking and praying in my head over and over again, don't fold. Just don't fold. Like, yes, you could get on the ground right now, roll up into a ball and cry and just apologize to these people and say, you know what, I'm just not cut out for this. But I just kept pushing. And every single one of those people standing at my door understood and were like, you're fine. Like, take your time.
You're
you know,
good.
not knowing it was my first time. These are not people that were close to me. They weren't my friends. No one knew it was my first time.
Right.
An outsider for me looking in, I was just like, these people have just got to think, boy, she needs to get her stuff together because this is, but they weren't at all like that. It was very understanding. It was very cooperative. And I think that was, you know, what God knew I needed at the time to be like, it's okay. Just breathe through it. But that was really, you know, very, very different scenario from yours. But that was really where I was like, I mean, you're either all in or you're out, because this being halfway, not understanding what you're getting yourself into is no longer an option.
Yeah.
So
good. I mean, there's so many different, I think, milestones in business where it gets real.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, where it gets real.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I think there's one thing that I can also relate to last year. So I'm part of this network called Voice Quest. So last year, out of I think like 100 people that are in the network, they picked 10 of their best speakers that they, because we all had to turn in a rehearsal, basically script. So I did one for like 3 minutes and I did it here, and I was like just in there, boom, 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 flowing. So they picked me, and I was number 5.
Wow.
The crazy part about it is that they don't let you know that they're going to pick you until you're at the actual event. So I'm sitting there in the chairs, and I'm like, you know, doing the whole
and
knee shake.
How many people are sitting around you with you that are in the same scenario?
At least, well, I think back then it was anywhere from 75 to 100 people that are in the network.
Okay.
Plus there were their families, their friends. So it was about 300, 400 people in one place. Okay. So I'm sitting there, and then I hear Paul Ybarra. Everything I rehearsed, gone. I mean, gone. Like, just gone.
Crickets.
Here's where it got real. Because I was so, how can I say it? I'm just going to say it. I was so cocky and arrogant that I had it.
That'll humble you right now.
It'll humble you to walk up on stage and all the lights go out. The only light that's on is the one that's shining on you.
On your sweat beads.
So, exactly. The only thing I knew to do was to just pull it out of the hat.
Yeah.
And all I did in that moment, I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking about 8 Mile. What if you had that one shot?
Yeah.
You know, throwing up on my sweater, like all that stuff. Yeah. I'm like sitting there, and all I knew to do was what I do with the least amount of effort. What's up, Voice Quest 2025? And everybody's like, a little bit, and I'm like, no, that's not good enough. So I broke the room. The second time, the whole crowd's like, yeah, and I'm like, okay, I got like 3 seconds to gather my thoughts.
Right.
Mouth went dry. Everything shut down, and all I could do was speak. That's all I knew to do was speak. And I'm sitting there, and I did it. Boom, 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 boom. Other people watching it, they're like, you killed it, dude. You nailed it. In my head, I'm like, I flubbed up.
We're our own worst critics.
Here's the reality, though. I had to admit to myself, you flopped. But you showed up.
You did it.
You pulled through. No matter what it was.
You were chosen out of 100 people. You were in the top 10.
Top 10.
That's amazing.
One of the judges was like, dude, actually 2 of them. One came in and was like, Ybarra? I said, yeah, because we had like 5 speaker judges that they're just fire. Like TEDx talks, like all that. So it was like a TV show. And I'm sitting there going, what the heck, dude? And so they're like, okay, Mr. Ybarra, the one guy said, man, you nailed it. You told it exactly what you were going to do. You came with power. You came with conviction. I give you an 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
The second guy was like, Man, when you came up on stage, I knew that you were going to command a room because that's who you are. With your red kicks on, your black jeans and your red shirt, you came in ready for fire. But I didn't feel the story. I felt the passion, but I didn't feel the story because I didn't prepare properly. I thought I'm just giving a talk.
Right.
The outline said, bring a story, bring this, and I had 6 minutes to share that thing. 6 minutes goes by fast when you're on stage.
Yeah.
So these are different areas where I had to pursue that moment. I had to, I could have easily just been like,
Hard
I
pass.
flopped,
Yeah.
hard pass, and I was, my mouth, all the things happened. And my wife was saying, like, you killed it. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I'm like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. And I knew that I didn't. Simply because I didn't prepare properly. And this is why, going back to our last episode, passion only gets you so far.
Yeah.
So for me to tell anybody, you just give me anything and I'll speak on it, I don't do that no more.
Yeah.
I know I can.
Right.
Like, give me a topic, I got it.
Yeah.
But if you give me 500 people that I got to talk to, and it's not a church setting, it's not a church setting.
Right.
Church setting, let's go, Jesus, let's go. And I know the church talk.
Right. And that's a really, really good story and very, very powerful, I feel like, for business owners to hear somebody who always presents and you've worked so hard to be successful and work in front of a computer and a camera and do podcasting, and someone that's so social to, like, even the person that does that for a living can fold under that kind of pressure. We're all human, right? And we all need that humbling moment to be like, okay, we're either going to pick it up and grind, or we're going to fold and be done and decide this isn't for us. And I think, that's where having the passion, the long passion and not just the fire passion is very important, because I know so many times I could have folded, and I'm sure at that moment you very easily could have folded, but our passion for what we're doing. It's
not in us.
It's not in us, but the passion for what we're doing has continued to drive us.
Right.
Because we've made it this long, like, we're going to pursue this as a passion and not just use all the fuel at once.
Yeah.
Because if you use all the fuel at once, that scenario that you're talking about could very easily, this feels awful. Mm-hmm. It feels like I can't breathe. I don't like this. I'm not going to do it. Yeah. I'm done.
Yeah.
And you could have walked away at that moment. When I was under pressure and I had 4 people standing at my door waiting for their orders that were not ready, I could have been like, I'm not doing this again. Get them out the door and then close up shop.
Have an ugly cry.
Yeah, definitely. I had that anyway, but I did that regardless. But sometimes you just need that good release.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can either make you or break you. And I feel like if you've made a plan with yourself and you know yourself enough to keep the passion of why you started this, which I believe both of ours is God, that has helped get us to this point, to help us learn ourselves enough to know this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of things in my life. I've never felt like I wasn't working like I do with this.
Right.
Which, like you've already spoke to, tells me we're on a path of what God has planned for us, because it doesn't feel like work. It comes more natural to us.
I think it comes down to, and I'm sure you can relate, it comes down to the things that God has given us, being able to rely on Him for the strength, for the guidance, for the clarity, for the things. Because if we rely on our own strength, we don't have
enough.
Yeah, we don't have enough fuel to get to that place.
That's right.
One of the things that I want to highlight is pursuit is proof that you've decided this is bigger than how you feel. And I think based off of our conversation, it was like in that moment at the door.
Yeah.
Your pursuit is proof that you decided this is bigger than how I feel in the moment.
For sure. And you up on that stage.
Up there going.
Could have crumbled. And I mean, you feel like you did. Outsider perspective did not feel that way, but you had an expectation for yourself.
Yeah.
Going into that, especially when you heard your name called.
Yeah.
That you knew as soon as you got that crowd a little bit rowdy, this is proof.
Right.
I'm bigger than whatever I think this is.
Right.
This is bigger than me.
Yeah. And so being able to do that, and I don't say any of this out of a rival or out of arrogance. This is just who I am. It's not in us to give up.
Yeah.
No matter what that fuel is, whether it's proof, whether it's whatever, comparison, whatever that is, whatever doubt comes in, I learned years ago, doubt the doubt.
Yeah.
Just doubt the doubt.
Yeah.
Because if it's doubt, it's not from God. So I'm going to doubt that doubt.
Yeah, it's good.
But not every day is that way. And this is where pursuing and the question of when it gets real. My question for you, for all of our audience that's listening, is like, how real will you get with you? How real will you get with what God has given you? Whatever you want to call it. Right. You know, whatever that is. You could be a believer or not. Doesn't matter. But thinking about that, are you willing to get real with you? Because once you get real with you, then I can get real with you. And now we can have community, connection, collaboration. Right. We can do all of those things and work together, because that's what business is about. People think, oh, well, you know, you got a business, so you got all kinds of money. Listen, we just have the freedom to make our own schedules. And even that, don't have it.
No. I'm like, I have that?
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute. Wrong podcast.
Is that an
dude.
option?
Because it's all intertwined. But I heard this a few months ago, is that people like you and I, and you that's watching, that is after business, we're the 1% of crazy that's on the planet. Everyone else will either pick a job or they'll do a business and it doesn't work. So then they back out.
Yeah.
But it's like you haven't given it enough time. So obviously, to me, it's like that really wasn't your passion to begin with.
Right.
It was something, I can do that.
Right. Like, this gets me away from being under the man, right? Like,
exactly.
I don't have to work for the man if I just, do this. But like we talked about on our first episode, that'll only get you so far.
Yeah.
It has to be embedded and something that comes naturally. Otherwise,
It's got to be the motor.
Yeah, definitely.
This has been so good. So listen, y'all, do us a huge favor and hit that subscribe. Let us know what you think about the show. Let us know the different topics that you would like us to cover. But also follow Dana. How do they find you?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram, Double J Homestead. I think my handle on Instagram is double_J_Homestead. And then if you just search Double J Homestead on, and we can put the links up too, but Double J Homestead on Facebook, it'll bring you up to, you'll see my brand and logo with the Sourdough Co. underneath it. So white.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. You can find me on all socials as Paul Builds People. So at Paul Builds People. Okay. But that's all we got for today, guys. We're just so thankful for you being here. Thank you so much. And if you would like to come on the show and you want to highlight your business, we're here for you. Because remember, this show is about you. We want to see more guests come on, whether you have a charcuterie business, you have a lawn business, you have a detailing business, whatever that is. We want to be able to highlight you. We want to learn not just your business, but we want to know the story behind it.
Yeah.
And that's what these conversations are all about. We want to know the story behind the passion and the pursuit. We want to know that story, right? Because if you're in business, I'm just going to be honest. If you're in business just to make money, it's cool. But at the same time, there's got to be that passion that's behind it. Like, why are you in business to do that?
And the grit.
The grit. The grit. So, with that being said, we'll catch you on the next episode.